with everything that is going on in this fucking country right now, with all that us Democrats are fucking putting up with and trying to deal with, you fucking Democrats in power vote for a resolution for Charlie fucking Kirk. A fucking gut punch. A gut punch. A kick in the fucking head at the worst fucking... I hate this fucking timeline. Oh my God. I have never been this angry at the Democratic Party ever. Fuck ever.
What's going on, gang? Red Channels here, back at you with another video. Now, before we dive into this one, please give this video a like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, consider subbing to me on Patreon if you want to monetarily support this channel. And without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm gonna just say this, and this might piss some people off, but if you're more worried about Charlie Kirk than the school shootings, there's something wrong with you. Just saying.
I'm seeing all these articles of like, oh, the shooter's partner was trans, oh, he had a trans roommate who was in a romantic relationship with him, and it's just really disturbing to see the entire far right be foaming at the mouth to just find some excuse to just hate trans people and just want to kill all trans people. It's unbelievable. The articles, it's like they already have them written and they're just like waiting for some like glimpse of the possibility of a fact that might possibly be true for them to just hit send on these hateful articles about trans people. It's like, so what? What if he did have a trans partner? Like, literally, so what? Cis people kill people right now. Like, a cis person is killing somebody right now as I'm like speaking in this moment now.
Makes sense, right? If you just start mass firing people for being too insensitive, right, then what happens? Then these companies don't want to hire them again, which creates the inflation of the homelessness issue, right? And what are we doing with the homeless right now? We're incarcerating them. We're trying to find them places to go, but pretty soon it's going to be that we're incarcerating them, right? So the more people you fire that can't get jobs, the more homeless people you have, the more incarcerated individuals you have. And what are incarcerated individuals good for? Slave labor.
Here's why we need to stick together and overthrow this government together. All right. Y'all know how people feel about Charlie Kirk's death. Okay, now you guys know how some of us feel about Melissa Portman's death. If we can't understand each other's morals and each other's beliefs, can we at least understand that one person died on your side and that's bad, and one person died on our side and that's bad? And now if we're going to talk about killers, both of these killers were right-wing extremists, but we're not going to focus on that, right? We're going to focus on the fact that 2 people died and they're political violence, right? We don't want political violence, right? Okay, so here's what we should do. We need to band together. We need to overthrow the government, because if we keep letting them do this shit, y'all are next too. I'm talking to you conservatives. Like, y'all think you're safe and you're not. Your white privilege only helps you to not get attacked by police and shit like that, but it doesn't help you get richer. We're all screwed. So band together.
So do you get it now? Do you get why leftists have been pushing for equality and equal rights for people who are trans or LGBTQIA? Do you get it? It was to prevent things like this from happening. And a lot of us said, hey, the research shows that when you alienate people from society and you basically berate them for who they are, they can turn violent, especially in a country with ample access to firearms. This is exactly what we were trying to prevent. Do you get it now?
Just flipping this logic right back on her. Wouldn't that pretty much mean that white men have been alienated from society and berated for who they are? I mean, she probably hasn't probably hasn't thought this point through that much, but just saying.
So if anybody wants to know what kind of insane MAGA people everybody else gets to deal with, I was harassed today at the park for not supporting Charlie Kirk. So here we go, story time. It's 8 a.m. I'm walking, minding my business, with my friend, and we are walking by a bike, and I have my dog with me, and my dog, love him, he hates bikes, so he's veering away from this dude who's like 10 to 15 feet away from me, running away from them. I'm trying to like wrestle my dog, like pull my dog back in, because he's like kind of tail tucked, like literally bolting. And while I'm in the midst of this, not even focused on the other guy on the bike, I throw him a glance because I'm looking to see that he's got a bike. He asks me what I think is, "Are you Charlie?" And I'm a dog-oriented person. I thought he was talking to my dog. And I thought he was asking my dog, "Hey, is your name, like, are you Charlie?" Because I walk there every morning. I'm a regular. Like, I thought that's what he was talking to, like, to my dog, being like, "Oh, are you Charlie? My dog's name is not Charlie." So I thought he mistook my dog for another dog. So I answer, "Oh, no." Wrong answer, apparently. This dude basically gets all up in my face. And mind you, he's on, like, a dirt bike. Gets all up in my face, calls me every name in the book. Every curse that he could possibly, including calling me a bastard, which, like, categorically doesn't make any sense. Calling me, and then as soon as he called me, like, a bastard liberal, I was like, oh, I put the two and two together, that he was talking about Charlie Kirk, and there was a big misunderstanding, but bro was already, like, full steam ahead on cursing me out, cursing my mother out, cursing my whole bloodline, basically, for not agreeing with him. Mind you, it's 8 a.m. at a public park, and he sounds drunk. He's slurring his words. Like, brother is gone at 8 a.m., and this is what he's choosing to do with his life. So, yeah, if you want to know what we're dealing with, that's it.
Well, they admitted to being pro-fascist by calling the Antifa organization, which doesn't exist because anti-fascism is just an ideology. It's not an organization. By calling them terrorists. So, I'm gonna go back to sleep. You can wake me up when the fascist takeover is done.
Any Republicans want to explain this phenomena to me where it is the left's fault for Charlie Kirk's death? Because I genuinely do not understand the outrage that y'all have towards the left regarding this situation, when it's liberal policies that would have kept him safe in the first place. He lived and died by the sword that he advocated for, and he died at the hands of another conservative. Like, the left is basically responding to this like, we told you so, but, like, don't have a lot of sympathy for a person who was misogynistic and racist. And then y'all respond that, like, it's the liberals that killed him in the first place. I personally just think it's like, you guys can't internally reflect on your own morals or your own values and see anything wrong with your own strategy or plan. So you just have to take that anger out on any scapegoat you can find.
Nancy Mace's office, how can I help you?
Hi, I had seen that Trump declared Antifa a terrorist organization. And just so you know, what Antifa is just anti-fascism. That's all it is. People that are anti-fascist. So if he's declaring that a terrorist organization, what do you think, logically speaking, that makes you?
Sir, I would direct your comments toward the Trump White House.
Well, I'm gonna direct them to you too, because you're working for the representative, and this is also directed towards the representative. You're working for her, and she seems to be in pretty lockstep with the White House. The only thing that she seems to be going against the White House on is releasing the Epstein files. That's the only thing it seems she's going against him on. So logically speaking, what does that make you if Trump is calling a group of people that are just anti-fascist?
Continue to try to attempt to call me a fascist.
Oh, it's not an attempt. I'm calling you a fascist. I am calling you a fascist, and I'm calling the Congresswoman a fascist. I am 100% calling you a fascist, just like Trump is calling you a fascist. Trump is declaring himself a fascist. So now that you know that you're a fascist, and you got it through your brain, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue working for the fascist regime, or are you going to quit? That's a question. Are you going to continue working for the fascist regime and go to prison when this fascist regime fails, or are you going to quit? I'm going to take it as you're going to continue working for the fascist regime. Have a fucking terrible day, you fucking fascist piece of shit. Fuck you.
As someone who was raised Lutheran Christian and still holds dear the idea of a loving and merciful God, y'all cannot claim to be good Christians and mourn the death of a man who both weaponized and bastardized your religion in order to enact violence against people. That is not what God would have stood for. That is not what Jesus taught.
So I'm watching the special celebration that they're having for Charlie Kirk and his passing or whatever, and just be ready, guys. The verbiage that they are using to describe what they will do about the incident, it's not to be taken lightly. They are using strong and violent language that seems geared towards people who are not in the same mindset as them. Just be aware. It honestly gives old Germany rally, if you catch my drift. And it's really crazy to me that they aren't even bringing up the fact that this wasn't a left-wing person who did this to Charlie. It was a very alt-right person who just happened to not like Charlie. But of course, this administration is going to use all of this as fuel for the fire. This is what they've been waiting for, if they didn't cause this themselves. They needed a reason for a civil. And now they have one.
Do you want to see my little scientific drawing that I've made? Okay. If the shooter was on top of a building, which had a tree in front of it, okay? And the distance between there and him was like roughly 200 feet, and there was a slope, and he was at ground level here, underneath a 12-foot canopy, sitting on a 2-foot riser. The canopy had like a little, whatchamacallit over the front of it. So yeah, my line is wrong, but how and further, if he's here and the direction is this way, why did all the red stuff go that way? And why were his shoes white? And why did they take down the camera that was right here behind him? And why didn't they tape off the scene?
Man, real conspiracy brain there, huh? Blue and Nine just keeps chugging on. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Consider subbing to me on Patreon if you want to monetarily support this channel. And Red Channels will, of course, catch you in the next one.